Hi everyone, this is Amy Martin, the president of Galva Arts, of the Galva Arts Council. Wow, that's the first time I've messed that up this whole time. And this is our very last episode for the read along series, at least for now. I know there's a little interest of maybe continuing, so we're gonna at least take a break and then maybe we'll try this again later. But just so that you know, even though this is the last episode, you can check all of the episodes out on either a Facebook page by just scrolling down and finding the one you want, or you can go to our YouTube channel. So you just go to youtube.com, type in Galva Arts Council in the search box, and it'll pop us right up, and there will be all 14 of our recorded episodes. So you can check those out there. Another friendly reminder that these are all free, brought to you by the Galva Arts Council for free. But if you would like to donate, you can always go to our Facebook page and click on the donate button at the top, or you could send a donation to our P.O. Box, which is P.O. Box 29, and that's in Galva, Illinois. Okay, well, I think we're ready for our very last book. So I have a little different setup. So you're gonna probably see me turned a little differently today. I had to put my tablet that I used to project the story on, I had to put it at a different angle because I needed it charged up. So I made it work, but I'm gonna have to be a little turned here to do it. So I think that'll be fine though. Okay. Give me 1 second. So I am the one reading today. I know we've had guest readers all week, but today you get me. So I hope that's okay. All right, give me 1 second here, and we will get started with A Color of His Own. Okay, got her. Okay. So, A Color of His Own by Leo Lionni. I think that's how you say it. That's usually how I pronounce it. It could be Leone. I could be wrong. I really enjoy Leo's work. So if you enjoy the story, please check out his other books. They all have great lessons, great stories, great artwork. So like I said, if you enjoy this one, maybe check out some other ones. Remember I said the other day, you can always, I bet our library, but the Galva Library has some, and you can get pickup now. So curbside pickup at the library. So maybe you want to give them a call and find a new one. Okay, so here we go, A Color of His Own. There's a lot of intro pages here. Okay, here we go. Parrots are green. Goldfish are red. Elephants are gray. Pigs are pink. All animals have a color of their own, except for chameleons. They change color wherever they go. Did you know that? They do. Just watch and see. On lemons, they are yellow. In the heather, they are purple. And on the tiger, they are striped like tigers. And there's the tiger's tail. One day, a chameleon who was sitting on a tiger's tail said to himself, "If I remain on a leaf, I shall be green forever, and so I too will have a color of my own." Okay, I see his logic. Do you think it's going to work? Is it going to stay green? Now, I do have to warn you, this book is a little old and it does like to fall apart. I don't know if you can see, but pages are a little loose. With this thought, he cheerfully climbed onto the greenest leaf. But in autumn, the leaf turned yellow, and so did the chameleon. Did you think of that? Did you think about how leaves change color? He must not have known that. Later, the leaf turned red, and the chameleon too turned red. And then the winter winds blew the leaf from the branch, and with it, the chameleon. He fell. The chameleon was black in the long night and the long winter nights. But when spring came, he walked out into the green grass, and there he met another chameleon. He told his sad story. Won't we ever have a color of our own? He asked. I'm afraid not, said the other chameleon, who was older and wiser. But he added, why don't we stay together? Hold on, sorry. We will still change color wherever we go, but you and I will always be alike. And so they remained side by side. They were green together, and purple, and yellow, and red with white polka dots. Oh yeah, I like that one the best. And they lived happily ever after. The end. Isn't that a cool story? I like that story. I think, as we say, every story has a lesson to be learned, right? And so at first, that chameleon, he felt very alone because he thought he was different than everybody else and that nobody was like him. That can be tough. And I bet sometimes maybe you felt that way before. I know as a person who wears glasses, I remember when I was little, I got them pretty young, and I remember being, if not the only one of the only, or very few people that had glasses as a kid. And that made me feel different. And sometimes I didn't like that, right? But eventually more friends had them and it wasn't such a big deal. And nowadays it kind of surprises me how many kids in my class wear glasses. There's usually a lot of them. It's kind of, I guess, more of a common thing now because we pay attention to eyes and wanting to make sure everyone can see. But I can tell that I know that things like that can make you feel different. And so maybe you have something that makes you feel different. But I bet there's somebody out there that shares that difference, right? And so if we can make friends with that person that shares that difference, then they can help understand things, right? Or like the story said, the other chameleon was older and wiser. Maybe we need to talk to people that are older and wiser and listen to their advice. But I think it's a wonderful story and I hope you enjoyed it. And like I said, if you would like to find some more, I bet you could check out our Galvo library, or I bet going on Amazon or something, you can find some other books by Leo. Okay, Leo Lionni. I'll show you real quick, just in case you're curious. That's how you spell it. Okay. All right, so in honor of our story, we are going to try our best, and I really mean try our best, at drawing a chameleon. Yeah. So you don't need a lot today. You just need a piece of white paper, some crayons, and a pencil. That's it. 3 things today. Okay. So I'm just gonna warn you, as I have done probably every episode here, every one of these, I am not an artist. I do the best I can. And that is all that is expected of you, to do the best you can and to have fun. Okay, so can we make that deal? All right. So I would recommend having your paper probably go this way. Okay. Like I said, I'm gonna kind of have to turn at a funky angle here, so I apologize. And also I'm gonna have to bend down for just a second because I need to grab my computer. So I have multiple computers set up here. But I need to look at the picture that I'm looking at to help you draw the chameleon. So give me a second here. Like I said, I'm not an artist. But when I looked at this, I thought, I think I can do that because there's not too many crazy shapes. And it's kind of simple shapes that we know. And I think as long as we take our time, I think we can do this. Okay, so here we go. All right, we'll put this back down on the floor now that I can see. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of try to come over to this edge of my paper. Okay, we're not gonna go all the way over, but my first step is I'm gonna almost make a triangle. I'm just not gonna finish it, meaning I'm just gonna make two sides. Now, any kiddos that, well, I guess are first grade or older, have maybe learned about the less than greater than sign in math class. The alligator mouth, maybe that helps ring a bell. Okay, when we're comparing numbers, which one's bigger, which one's smaller kind of thing. Okay, so that's how I see this first step. It's like we're making a greater than sign and kind of a decent size. So it's really just gonna be this. Do. All right, so that's step one. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make it just a little wider. I feel like his face needs to be a little wider. Okay, I'm liking that a little better. Okay, let's see what I did. I just opened it a little wider. Okay, so that is where his mouth is going to be. Okay, and actually, I don't know. You know, I told you I'm not perfect. And when I kind of look at my example, I feel like it needs to be even wider. Even wider. Okay, I'm liking that even better. All right. That's what a eraser is for, isn't it? To fix anything we might not like. Okay, so now, so that's kind of the face, the front part of the face. So now we're gonna kind of work on the body here. And we're just going to curve it like this. I'm just gonna kind of chill there for a second. And then I'm gonna kind of come here. I'm not gonna start here like I did on that one. I'm gonna come down just a little bit, even here. And curve. Okay. Now I've got like the head, the body. I need to make the tail. And if you notice in the book, the tail's kind of a little curly. So I think I'm gonna do my best. I told you I'm not perfect at this, and I don't expect anybody else to. Okay, so I did that. So now that I've done that, I need, just one more. I've got to kind of come in here and curve with it until I get it to connect like that. What do you think? Yeah, that's a curly tail, right? Okay, now he needs some legs. We're gonna be real simple with this. We're just gonna do this, and then and I don't know if I like that bad. That's pretty much what we want. Let's see here. I think that's good enough. And so we're gonna put two kind of close to each other. Same logic. Okay, and then I'm gonna do two more over here. I kind of see how I kind of gave a space in between. Are all my legs looking exactly the same? No. Is that okay? Yeah. Okay, there you go. And actually, you know what? I'm a little worried I didn't go long enough there. It's gonna look like he's got one leg a little shorter than the other, so I'm gonna fix that real quick. There. Okay, I kind of forgot that. My line there. Okay, so there we go. Now we're not completely done. We need to give him a smile, right? He needs a smile. Okay, and he needs an eye. And you think you could do it, girl? dot in here. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Oh, hold on. My screen, of course, doesn't need to go to sleep on me over here. Oh, and now it's being silly. Of course it is. Hold on a second. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what I was gonna do? Technically, I'm gonna fix this a little bit because I really needed it to kind of be like this. I wanted it to be pointy. That was my fault. So I'm gonna fix that. So you might want to fix that too to make it look pointy. Okay, so I don't know, what do you think? Not too bad there. Kind of looks like a chameleon. It's not the best, but you know, it'll do. Okay, so here comes the crayons. So our lovely chameleon, and as we learned, in case maybe you didn't know about chameleons, real actual chameleons do change color based on what they're standing on. It's a form of camouflage, so it protects them from any kind of creature that's trying to harm them because it helps them hide, right? If it's the same color as whatever it's standing on, then it hides and it doesn't stand out if it was a totally different color. So you can color this chameleon any color you want to color him. Okay, you decide. And you know what I'm gonna do real quick though before I forget too. In the picture that I'm looking at, because sometimes chameleons stand on branches, he is standing on a branch. So I'm just gonna draw a line here, which shows me I really need to make that one longer. I'm telling you, this poor guy there. Okay, maybe that's better. Okay, there he is. He's standing on this branch. I'm gonna make a little line here now because of his feet. You're gonna like do this. You're gonna come to where his feet are. You're gonna stop. You're gonna come back over here. Stop. Back over here. Stop. Over here. Over here. And more than likely, you're probably gonna want it to go all the way across so it looks like a branch. Okay, so there he is. He's standing on a branch. If you wanted to, you could put other branches. So maybe you want like one to connect here. So then you could actually just do a little erase here. And then you could do this. Oops. And underneath my paper there. Like that. Okay, so you can have a branch coming off there. Maybe you even want a branch up in the air, up here above him. So maybe I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna just like angle one. So I have to go all the way across my paper here. Oh, kind of got big there and that's all right. Okay, so there's some branches and then you might wanna add some leaves, right? So some big giant green leaves might be coming down from your branch. Maybe even got one over here. Maybe even one over here. I'm gonna do one more. Does it matter how many you do? No, however many you want. Okay, there you go. Look, there's all my little leaves too. And that just adds to your picture. And so instead of just being your chameleon, you got a background, right? Okay, so back to the crayons. So color what you want, right? So I'm of course gonna use my brown here for my branches. Now, once again, as we've talked about before, I'm using crayons. Could you use colored pencils? Could you use markers? Yes. Could you use watercolor? Yes. They actually did use watercolor in the example that I'm looking at. So if you choose to use watercolor, as I always like to remind you, you might want to go over some of these lines with different markers, okay? Now, the chameleon you might want to go over with black, and that would probably be okay. Your branches, maybe you have a black, or I'm sorry, a brown marker, and you go over it with brown, and maybe the green, you go over the lines in green. Sometimes that looks nice too, before you watercolor. Now, I think if you're just coloring with crayon though, I think you're okay. And I mean, you could always use your crayon too to trace the line over the top of it if you wanted to. Kind of being a little careful here around his feet. I've used this brown so much I've lost my point, which is making it a little harder, but that's okay. Right. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just do the best you can. I know I say that a lot, but it's true, right? As long as you had fun and you enjoyed doing it, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think sometimes we get caught up on perfection. I know my students sometimes do, and I have to remind them that it's okay and that we all make mistakes. And I make sure I point out every time I make a mistake. I'm like, yeah, I made a mistake. Okay. Well, this is going to take a while. It's just fun though, right? Watching me color. Well, hopefully you're coloring along with me and you're not really watching all of me, but that could maybe get boring. I don't know. So there's that branch, into this branch. So technically our chameleon is standing on a brown branch, right? At least how I drew it. So I technically, if I wanted to, I could make him brown, but you know what? I want to make him colorful. So I'm just gonna make him colorful. Even though that's technically not how a chameleon works. But you know what? It's for fun, right? All right, so there's that, there's that. Get my green here for my leaves. Some leaves. You know, coloring is very relaxing. So if you're stressed or upset, sometimes it's just good to color. I had in my classroom this year a big, giant coloring page. And whenever any of my kids were stressed, they had permission. I had 2 rooms, and they were able to go into the other room where the big coloring sheet was with markers, and they were able to just take a minute and color and relax until they felt better, and then they'd come back and join me. And I think that's something that everyone can use, not just kids, but adults too. All right, let me finish up here. I got 3 of my leaves colored. That's looking pretty okay, right? I'll get another one. Trying to hurry so we can get to the chameleon. That's the fun part, right? Could you add more to this background? Could you put a sun? Yeah, you could put a sun, maybe some bugs or a friend of some sort on the branches. I don't know. Sure, why not? Okay, so now's the fun to decorate our lovely chameleon. And remember, I said he can be whatever you want him to be. Okay. Now, if you were listening the other day when we did our science one, that would have been 2 days ago, I told you that I like polka dots, and I do. Polka dots make me happy, so which is why I really like the page where he had polka dots, right? So I am just going to decorate him with polka dots all over. Why not? I'm starting with yellow, because also I gave away the other day that yellow is my favorite color. And I'm kind of wearing a little yellow today. Okay, there you have some yellow polka dots. It's showing up pretty good there, isn't it? Sometimes yellow doesn't show up very well. Okay, and let's see here. Let's see. I'm gonna pick a purple here. Brightly colored here. And let's see, how about orange? Orange. Now, do you need to do polka dots? No, you can do whatever you want. Maybe you want to make stripes on him. Maybe you want to make him all just one color. Why not? Or maybe he's half one color, half the other. Maybe if you're using watercolors, maybe you're going to mix your colors. I don't know. Whatever works for you. All right, I'm going to do one more, and then I'm going to say he's good. I'm going to go red, I guess. Once again, maybe you might want to outline your chameleon with black, which I did not do, but you are more than welcome to. And his legs can be whatever color you want them to be too. So, I think I'm just going to polka dot him here. Which I wasn't thinking that when I had my other things out, did I? Polka dot there, polka dot there. Orange. That's my yellow orange. There. All right, there's my chameleon. He is polka dotty. I hope you like him. And I hope you had fun. Okay, guys. Well, I think that's it. So, I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad for this to be our last episode. Now, like I said, there has been some interest, so we might wait a little while, maybe a month or so, and try again. I will give you a little heads up because I know some of the people that are watching this are some friends that have participated before in what we call our summer camp, and we usually do that in July. So I wanted to make a first announcement here that yes, we are going to have our summer camp. We're working on it right now. We're making plans. And based on, whatever is told are the rules, whatever our governor says are the rules, we'll decide on how we do it. But no matter what, we are going to have a summer camp. So it's either going to be something like this, virtual videos, which we can very easily do. So it'll either be something like that, or if we get lucky, fingers crossed, and we can have multiple people hanging out together, we'll be able to do it either in our Arts Council building, or we even had a little discussion of maybe outside in the park across the street, so at Veterans Park. So we'll see. We're just trying to figure all that out. But I just thought I'd throw that out there. So we do definitely have something coming July, probably about mid-July, so probably about a month from now. And then, like I said, maybe after that, maybe we might do some more stories. So we'll let you know. Check on our Facebook page to keep updated. All right, that is it. Thank you so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed it. And remember, you can check out all of our episodes on our YouTube channel. All right, bye everyone. Have a great day.